No, seriously, like watch out for the paparazzi. Full LA experience. We finally got into Funke. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shivani. I'm a content creator based out of Los Angeles, California, and TLDR, we finally got into Funke. Or funk. I don't know. I called it funk and everyone there was calling it funky. So we're calling it Funke. If you've never heard of this place, Evan Funke is the guy behind Felix, Mother Wolf, and Funke. When we first moved here, everyone was like, oh my gosh, it is the hardest reservation to get into in the Los Angeles area. At first, I was like, okay, let's see about that, because I feel like I'm pretty good at finding reservations. And then I was like, wow, they are pretty booked out unless you wanted to go on like a Tuesday at 10:30. Honestly, I don't even know how we ended up finding availability. It was like a Thursday. We were just walking to the beach and I randomly just looked it up and saw they had like an 8:30 available, and I was like, you know what, we are gonna jump on it. Literally my whole closet is full of neutrals, so I just threw on like an all black outfit with a cute pair of heels and a black leather coat, and we were out the door. So we drove up to Beverly Hills, pulled up in front of the restaurant. At first I was like kind of surprised that a place like this that all these celebrities go to supposedly doesn't have valet, but I was like, okay, whatever, because I feel like parking can definitely be a challenge in the area, so we have learned. But as we kept following the signs, we kind of went down this like skinny little alley past this like car full of these guys that were kind of looking at us, which I don't know, that was weird at first. It was like, okay. But then you see the little valet stand. So went and valeted our car, and then you walk through the alley to get to the front of the restaurant. As we were walking through the alley, all of those guys in that car, they were all paparazzi. And I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm just getting like the full LA experience. This has happened a few times before, and it always just kind of catches me off guard because, I mean, there's not really paparazzi in Michigan. For background, John had been wanting to go to Funke for so long, and we had gone to Felix once before. Felix is a lot closer to us, and so we were like, okay, let's go ahead and try out his other place. So we walk in, the decor is beautiful. Right in the front, you'll see there's this little like pasta station. Our reservation was kind of later in the evening, but I'm sure if we were there at like 6:30 or 7, they have like this glass enclosed little station, and maybe some days you can see Evan himself making the pasta by hand, which would be really cool to see. They also have this beautiful bar and like this wine wall, which was really cute too. So we sat upstairs in their dining room. When we first got there, there were probably only like 5 or 6 other couples there, so it was kind of nice, but we got seated right away. You can definitely tell that their team is trained to be able to answer any and all questions. I felt like throughout the whole experience, like they were just so attentive and so on top of like clearing plates, and you know, the guy with the crummer comes, like they're just very attentive to detail, coming right up to you, like if your water is out or if you want another drink. So definitely appreciated that a ton. In case you're new here, I don't do meat, fish, or seafood, never have, and I feel like dairy very sparingly because I don't know, as I get older, I literally feel like I cannot digest it, but I will save it for special occasions like this because we were celebrating John's birthday. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick something on the menu that's a little bit dairy light if I can. So we started off with this Mystic Hansa salad, I think it was called. The presentation was so beautiful. It had like all these herbs in it, like mint, and it had these flowers on it. It was just very beautiful looking, very fresh. The dressing was super light, which I appreciated. I love stuff like that. And then we had to get the focaccia because I felt like everyone was talking about it. It kind of reminded me of the bread elefante, if you guys have ever been there. It comes in like that little warm ball. It has like olive oil and sea salt on top. Delicious, and probably one of my favorite things. So when we got to our mains, this is where I was a little bit disappointed because when I told them that I wanted something without dairy or something that was lighter on the dairy, I felt like they weren't able to modify things, and I don't expect any place to accommodate me completely because I know that I have a lot of restrictions, but I do feel like in LA especially, I've been able to go to tons and tons of restaurants, and they always have like a million options, and they're very forthcoming, especially because out here, I feel like there's a lot of people who are vegan and dairy-free and gluten-free and soy-free and nut-free. Like there's so many different diets. So when I asked for a pizza, they were not able to do like a simple margarita pizza without cheese. It was just a whole exchange of like going back to the kitchen, trying to see if they could do anything. We ended up settling on this like marinara pizza that had like herbs and I think like very thinly sliced cloves of garlic on there. And so that did actually end up being pretty good, but I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I just feel like it would not have been that hard to be like, I will do a margarita pizza without cheese. Like there is no way that they just have their pizzas like sitting there ready to go with all their ingredients. I've never been in a chef's kitchen, I guess, so I don't know exactly what goes on behind the scenes, but I was just kind of surprised. I feel like a pizza is like pretty customizable, whereas like a pasta I understand because maybe they make the sauces like beforehand. But anyway, so I ended up getting that like marinara style pizza. It wasn't even on the menu. And then for my pasta, I got this like pesto sauce based one. And then they were able to not do like the cheese that comes on top. I had to kind of give in and do some of the dairy with that one. But yeah, the whole pizza thing, it was delicious. But I gotta say, I was just a little bit surprised. Oh, I did actually end up getting a mocktail and ended up really, really liking it. It was very fresh. It was very light. And I just didn't feel like drinking that night. So a nice little surprise there. So John and I split that pizza and then he got a pasta and I got a pasta. I don't know. I would rate my pasta maybe like a 7 out of 10 or something. It had flavor, it had the freshness going to it, but I felt like it was just a little too salty for me. And I'm starting to think that maybe this is just a thing with all of his restaurants. It's like the type of pasta, or maybe it's just like the amount of like cookedness, right? Right, they call it al dente. It was like too al dente for me. I actually felt the same exact way when I went to Felix. I unfortunately ended up getting really sick the night that we went to Felix, and I think maybe it was like too undercooked for my stomach. But you guys, there's like a million people that rave about this place, so it could just be me. I do have a sensitive stomach, but I felt kind of the same way with the pasta at Funke as well. It felt a little too undercooked for me, but hey, that is just me. Ooh, we also ended up getting dessert. We got these little donuts and we weren't even planning on it, but the waitress was like, just try it. It is lighter on the dairy as well. And so I was like, okay, so we got them and they actually were really delicious. They also are like only that big. And so if you are really full, a great choice. If I were to go back, I think I would go because I was in a social setting. Maybe some friends wanted to go, but maybe just for like a drink and a salad and the like focaccia thing. Like I said, I wasn't super pleased with the pizza or the pasta. I feel terrible saying that sometimes because I feel like it's a lot of work for a restaurant, but especially in LA, I just think that there are so many restaurants that are even more higher end than this that are able to accommodate me. I feel like pizza and pasta is a little bit easier, but again, I don't know. I've never been in a chef's kitchen. So if any chefs are watching this, please tell me that I am wrong or explain to me what happens behind the scenes. Heads up, it is also on the pricier side. Like I think almost everything that we ordered food-wise was between like $25 and $35-ish. Keeping in mind that even like my stuff that didn't have meat was, but we kind of knew that going into it. It's a place that we had been wanting to try, but just so you know, if you've gone there or you end up getting in soon, leave a comment below of what you thought. Would love to hear from all of you and let me know if there are other places that I should try next. I feel like I was an Italian in a past life. Like one of our favorite places to go for a quick meal is Uovo. I know there's a couple around the city, but it's affordable and it's delicious. You just can't go wrong with it. But like I said, let me know what other places I need to try in the city. Ooh, the sun is about to set and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and I will catch you guys on the next one.